What's up, guys? I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but I usually haven't had a whole lot of ideas about what to post, so I'm posting one now, and the topic of this video is going to be drug-free versus chemically enhanced bodybuilding, like how much of a difference do the drugs actually make. And before I get into all that, I'll say that about half of the bodybuilders that I show in this video, they're going to be I'm going to try to blur out their faces to try to keep them anonymous or whatever, just to avoid making things personal, just because I don't want it to seem like I'm knocking them because they're using drugs or whatever. Even though I don't agree with that, it's their choice. They'll do whatever they want, and as far as the morality of it goes, I'll make another video about that as soon as I'm done with this one. And the next thing is, I just wanted to make it clear what I mean when I say drug-free or chemically enhanced. When I say drug-free, I mean that these athletes, as far as I know, and as far as anybody else knows, these athletes are, they pass drug tests to the standards of the nanbf, ifpa, OCB, what have you, like all the drug-free organizations. The drug testing standards are generally the same for all the truly drug-free organizations. It's always polygraph and urinalysis testing, and the banned substance list is the same. If you want to know what the banned substances are, you can go on nanbf.org and look at that. And then for the guys that I'm saying they're chemically enhanced, what I mean is that they compete in organizations that allow them to use whatever drugs they want, really. Like, for example, like in the NPC, they don't, for most contests, they don't drug test at all. And for the ones that they do, it's just a piss test, and you know when your piss test is going to be, generally. So you can just cycle off and use the rest of the year. And even though these guys are allowed to use whatever drugs, there's no guarantee that they are. But then again, it's like if they're competing with everybody else who's using, and I mean all the guys that I'm going to use as examples in this video, they're all winning contests. So I think if you're competitive at any level in the NPC or IFBB, then you're probably using all kinds of drugs. And yeah, I will go as far as saying that I can pretty much guarantee that all these guys that I use as examples of chemically enhanced bodybuilders are without a doubt using all kinds of stuff. So moving on, the first few pictures I'm going to show you guys are sort of younger. Well, the first two are going to be teen bodybuilders. So you take a look at this one right here. Sorry, I keep looking down at my computer because I have it up on my computer, but this picture is, this guy won a contest. Well, I guess I can't really say what contest because then it wouldn't be anonymous anymore, but he is a teen competitor, NPC this year, and he won a pretty big contest recently. And I mean, like, if you really wanted to, do your research, figure out who these competitors are. But yeah, I mean, if you take a look, he's considerably bigger than any other teen competitor I've seen in terms of drug-free or whatever. And I mean, even for an NPC teen competitor, he's pretty big. But you'll notice that if you look at like his hamstrings and his abs, I'm not sure that the standard of conditioning is the same. Well, no, he's pretty well conditioned, but okay, moving on. You've got this guy here. He is not currently a teen competitor, but at the time that this picture was taken, he was. He's probably one of the biggest teen competitors ever to step on an NPC stage. I think the last time he competed as a teen was in 2010. And he's got a very distinguishable physique, so like I said, if you really want to figure out who this is, you can. Then this last guy is not a teen competitor, but he's, I think he is 20 or 21 this year. The reason I want to show you this picture is because, I'm not going to say name names or whatever, but he did admit, like openly admitted to using, like, I think it was 14 different drugs to prep for his contest, his major contest of the year, and he ended up winning that contest. So that kind of goes to show the extent of drug use in the NPC and obviously eventually the IFBB if they're competing at that level. This next picture right here, I mean, if you wanted to, you can compare me to these chemically enhanced teen competitors, but you already know what I look like. If you want to see, you can go look at some of my other videos of contest footage or whatever, but this next picture here, this is Davian Hill, and he is, without a doubt, probably the best drug-free teen competitor there is. I mean, the kid looks ridiculous. Although, I will say that he looks crazy, but it's like, it's not to the point that you can't believe he's drug-free. And I mean, I wholeheartedly do believe that he's drug-free. So before any of you ask, I would stake my reputation on that. And I mean, this is the pinnacle of drug-free teen competitors right here. So if you compare that to any of the first two guys I showed you, you can see there's a pretty big difference between how big and how shredded you can get with and without drugs. And then the next picture here is, I mean, it's kind of obvious, it's Phil Heath, just because he won Olympia. So I guess at this point in time, he's considered the best bodybuilder in the world. And if you compare this, like, you know what Phil Heath looks like. If you compare him to someone like Cleveland Thomas, who last year won the Yorton Cup, which is arguably the biggest drug-free pro bodybuilding show in the world. And this is not from, I don't think this is from the 2012 Yorton Cup, but it just gives you an idea of what he looks like. Like, obviously, the size difference is incredible, but I think that Cleveland Thomas and any other of the top-level drug-free pros, they would hold their own in terms of conditioning on stage. And this last picture here is, this is Moji Oluwa. I think this was at the, I want to say the 2011 IFPA Pro USA. So this isn't even this year. I mean, he looked a little bit better this year than he did in this picture. And I mean, his conditioning is on point, but even then, compared to like the unregulated pros in IFBB, it's nowhere close. You just can't compare with the size. So I mean, there's really not much left to say other than just look at the pictures and decide for yourself like how much of a difference the drugs make. And they really do make a world of difference. Sorry, my camera ran out of memory, so I just got cut off. But what I was going to say is that if you want to hear my own position on the whole issue of drugs or whatever in bodybuilding and any sports, just stay tuned for my part 2, and that'll be more just about the morality of everything, and why I chose to stay drug-free. And as soon as that video is up, it should be up shortly after this one, but I'll post a link either in the description or annotation. But other than that, that's it for this video, so don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.